and I've seen God through music.
Fall apart, fall apart. Would you wait for me? Wait for me to fall apart, fall apart. Light it, you know you're the one light that keeps me waiting round all night. You love ain't been simple, and I just can't ignore you. No one left in my mind. I remember dying.
All right. So I want to start off with a few personal questions just to kind of set the table, right?
Okay.
So, what's the first thing you do when you wake up?
Whew. These days, I actually sleep next to my guitar, my main bay.
Really?
I do. Unless there's someone over, I'll sleep next to my guitar. Before I pick up my phone, I pick up my guitar, and I just lie there and I wait for my fingers to get energy and my muscles to get energy, and I just start strumming, and a few songs have been popping out from that actually. I don't fall asleep playing guitar. No, that shit will keep me up. Yeah, I mean, I like play like late into the night, but like it's a thing that gives me energy, and so usually when I'm trying to wind down, I'll just like fucking wind down. So what do you do when you wake up?
I wake up, I usually go pee. I get a glass of water, pour an emergency in it so that I don't get sick.
Nice.
You don't fall asleep next to your keyboard?
No, I wish I had an acoustic piano because that would make it a lot easier. But usually I try to start my days like either journaling or reading, get like my mind activated, intention for the day. That's usually what I've been doing.
So where did you grow up?
I grew up in London, England, in South London, around a place called Twickenham, and moved to when I was in high school. Moved to the States, and then I moved to New York when I was 18 for college, and I've been here for 8 years. Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Newark, New Jersey. So I've been over here my whole life, basically. Was there, since I was born to high school, and then I moved here for college as well. So I've been in like the Jersey, New York area my whole life.
What college were you going to?
We both went to Clive at NYU. It's a recorded music school. It's just like, I think it attracted both of us because it was like the best place to learn how to make records. And that's kind of all we did there. I almost fucking should have probably failed out of that place 2 or 3 times because I was just addicted to making records at the time. And that's when we made the return throughout that entire time. And they were like, what the fuck are you doing? You're in the studio during a class. Like, we know you have class and you're booking the studio. And I was just like, dude, where do we go but up, bro? I was fucking so deep. I was living that record.
That's a great question, man. Around
Yeah,
you,
we're just
darkness.
Yeah,
Beneath
look at
it.
this guy.
You said that you like struggled with academics because you were so focused on music.
Yeah.
Has that been a pattern throughout your life?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think looking back, music was kind of the only thing that ever really made sense to me. It was the only place that I felt like comfortable. My like godfather was a reggae artist. He is a reggae artist, and from like a very early age, like as a baby, he would just like put me on stage with earmuffs and fucking have me drum around. So I just been like, you know, music has been my comfort place forever, and you know, I've seen God through music, and it's I've dedicated my life to it, to just basically sharing the experience that I've experienced for seeing acts like, you know, I saw Damon Albarn at Latitude Music Festival one time. He played Blur and Gorillaz in the middle of a fucking lightning storm, and I straight up just like fucking saw. I saw God, dude, and I was 15 years old. I was younger than you, and that shit changed my life forever. And that was like kind of the, you know, whatever, the first year of high school. So I was like, fuck history, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I even like history. You know, I'll read a Wikipedia page on my own time for the vibes. But I was just, everything was about how do I recreate what I felt, you know. My whole life became about that. And so yeah, like I only got into NYU because of an EP that I put out in high school, and I only got out of there because the dean liked the return. Dead ass.
That's beautiful, man. That you knew what you wanted to do, just that young.
Yeah.
I'm honestly
Stuck with it,
jealous.
man.
I'm a little jealous. That's
Yeah, bro, you're figuring it out. It's a journey, bro. Like there's, you know, this shit is not easy. It's never been. You know. Yeah, bro. There's a fucking T.S. Eliot bar that I can't remember, but I'll send it to you. And it's about this, yeah.
It'll flash on screen right now.
Nice.
Name a great movie.
Like kind of in the spirit of music, like I saw Fight Club when I was probably 11 or 12, and the Pixies. That was my introduction to the Pixies at the end when Where's My Mind played, and that fucking changed my whole shit, you know. And I love that movie to this day. That's one of my favorite movies. And what do you think of the book?
The book's really good. Honestly, it's the first book that I've ever been able to really sit down and read all the way through.
Cool.
I'm not much of a reader.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, that's my next question was name a great book. So I guess.
Bro, I'm dyslexic as fuck. Wait, Josiah, you want to name a good movie?
Interstellar.
Y'all named like my top 2 movies at the moment. Interstellar and Fight Club.
Fuck yeah, man, we're synced up.
We're synced up.
Name a great album.
He said name a great album. Damn, where to even begin, brother? Fuck. I'm gonna say
Blonde Frank Ocean.
Blonde Frank Ocean is a fucking good album.
It's a good album.
There's like 100 albums flashing in my head right now. I'm gonna say Get Rich or Die Trying, 50 Cent.
Hell yeah.
The real question is Get Rich or Die Trying or Blueprint?
I think it's Get Rich or Die Trying, honestly. But
tough one.
It's just, it changes all the time. I don't know, like, you know, Sgt. Pepper's, Doolittle, Dark Side of the Moon,
Exodus,
What's Going On. I'm like a sucker for the greats. Nevermind. You know, I love these like seminal albums by these fucking like face changing artists, like Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars.
Of course. Yeah, there's a reason why they're seminal, bro.
Yeah, bro. That's kind of what I'm saying. Is like I get hooked on those joints. They're powerful, and you know, I ride them, still ride them. Unknown Pleasures, Joy Division. What else you got?
In the return, you seem to have a lot of interest in exploring concepts kind of beyond our daily frame of mind, like God and purpose. When did these kinds of thoughts start to surface in your life?
Bro, it's a good question. It's kind of like always been for some reason like that. Like my mom always tells me that I was in the car with her one time when I was like 2 or 3, really young, and I asked her who takes care of God. And so I was just always very curious about like the spirits and the energies, and I don't know, I've always been very sensitive to these types of energies that flow outside of what we can see or feel or touch with our senses. And I think it's kind of like becoming my entire like question that I'm asking as an artist, because I think the second album now is called Seven, and the whole fucking reason it's called Seven is because Frank Black, if a man is 5 and the devil is 6, then God is 7. So now we're 2 albums deep on God.
Kind of makes me think of Interstellar, you know, the energy you can't observe.
For real.
So, you came to Texas recently, right? On tour.
Yeah, bro, we're going back in like a week.
Did you get Whataburger?
What?
Did you get Whataburger?
We did get Whataburger, yeah.
Yeah,
We did get Whataburger. Yeah.
I wasn't a fan.
It was low key mid, bro.
What?
Torchies though? Torchies?
Yeah, Torchy's is good. Also, the In-N-Out in Texas sucked ass. He's got the fucking burger.
Are you kidding me, dude?
But it has to be this.
This is my
Are you
life.
kidding me? Yeah, bro.
This is my life.
Nice.
Goodness. How can you say? Look at this.
Dude, you take a bite of that. Tell me if you like it.
They got tomatoes on it. I asked for no tomato. Hold on. Dude. This is the best food. This is the best thing.
Dude, you gotta get the fuck outside more, bro.
Every time I take a bite in this burger, I feel like I'm listening to Stay on Earth, bro. Last I checked, you also have a production company, right? Or a recording company?
Yeah, it's kind of in limbo right now. But
Alright.
yeah.
Well, going forward, how do you plan to balance your time spent like helping other people develop their creative endeavors versus exploring your own creative thoughts?
I mean, that's kind of funny you should say that, because it's been a theme of right now. And it's kind of why that whole thing's in limbo. There's a lot of people who I want to help, and there's a lot of help to be helped. But, you know, I feel like we have an opportunity here to be the best fucking band in the world, and we got to fucking focus. And everything else is on hold except Telescreens.
That's good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm honestly shocked that the return didn't blow up.
Yeah, you're telling me, bro.
It will one day.
It will one day.
I think the algorithm was going against you on that one.
Yeah, bro. All the songs were too long, or whatever. I don't know. It's also like we put the whole fucking thing out like in one go, with barely any promotion, and now we have a label and like there's a plan. You know,
Do you ever wish that you would have sat on it for a little bit?
everything happened the way it was supposed to happen. I love that album so much. I thought that we were gonna put it out and it was gonna fucking change the world, and then it didn't. And I was like, I sat for like a year during COVID, and I was like heartbroken. I worked on that shit. We all worked on that shit every fucking day for 4 straight years. Every day. Like nothing else mattered. It was like a religion.
But it got us where we're at.
It got us, bro. Yeah, we got good. Like low key. Like that was the thing. It got us nasty at recording.
Our
You know?
Hamburg for the studio.
Yeah, it was like the Beatles in Hamburg, but for the studio. Exactly.
All right. So you live in New York.
Yeah.
I want you to be honest. Was the smog real? The red air, was it real?
It was, dude. It was totally real. The fires.
Oh yeah,
Bro,
it was scary.
Crazy. It was like the apocalypse.
It was orange. It was.
I mean, I know that you're young and you've never smoked a cigarette before, obviously, but it was like going outside was like being forced cigarettes. It was bad. It felt like the end of the world. Like no natural disaster has ever directly affected me that much.
Excuse me.
Yeah, he's eating his Whataburger.
I thought you were gonna keep talking. I thought I had time to take a bite, and then you
Yeah.
stopped.
Yeah, he's okay. What? He's like, you live in New York. Was the fucking fire real?
Right. I remember seeing pictures and being like, "This is it."
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, I can't imagine. How close was it to y'all?
Right there. I don't know. I was in Canada. Fucking
The whole city.
Yeah.
Jersey, everywhere around here.
that shit sucked.
When did you decide that music was what you wanted to do in life? How did you know, and have you thought at all about what you want to do after?
Well, I told you. So just how you want to do it?
Yeah, the beginning part of that's very similar to what Jackson said. It's always been very obvious. I definitely feel blessed that that's the case. Like, there's so many people that like, what am I gonna do with my life? Da, 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 da. Like, I've always known that music was it, and for a very similar reason. But I grew up in the church, so that's where I got like my musical training. So like my parents were pastors, and I would like play drums and piano at fucking 6, 7 years old. So it's like as soon as I could. And, for all the BS that is in the church, they were also very potent spiritual moments in which I was on an instrument, like witnessing it happen through the music and seeing how music like cultivated that feeling, that experience. And so for me, very exactly what Jacqueline was saying is music's been always very spiritual, and like the magic of life was always through and with music. And again, because I've always had the opportunity to play music since I was growing up, 3 times a week. I'm talented in it. I've just been, gifted to be able to do it at a good level. I've always done it. It's been very obvious. And then you said, what after? What was the second part of that question?
Yeah. Do you have any idea or any plan what you want to do after this, or is this just life?
Well, it'll definitely never stop. I think my life force is connected to creating. Whenever I don't create, I'm like, what am I doing? I go to my head and I freak out. I don't freak out, but I'm like trying to like rationalize my life. But whenever I create something, it's like I'm so present in my day and I'm not worried about anything. So I think I'll always create, but I think I'd like to end up doing it in a homestead of sorts down the road. Once we have a bunch of fans that can pay for it.
Yeah.
So y'all are both talking a lot about how y'all feel a very spiritual kind of connection. You said that there was some BS in the church, so you seem to be somewhat of a realistic guy, right?
Yeah, that's it though. I try to be.
Yeah. Not that there's no room for realism in religion, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel like in Interstellar, it's a lot of like how science can allow for spiritualism and how science.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. I don't know.
That definitely resonates to me. I mean, like, I feel like, the structure, like, religion is a very structured, in my perspective, a very structured, cerebral attempt at, accessing the divine. And then you have on the other, what could be perceived polar opposite, you have not religion, but like science and logic. And then, you just have a lot of people in that realm. There's a lot of people who think there's no need for spirituality, but you also have a lot of people who dive into logic and science that are very religious. Like I know Einstein believed in the divine a lot. You just encounter the infinite and then you have to grapple with that. And some people think it's, spiritual. Some people think it's just infinite numbers. I think that's up to every individual to decide. I don't think, there's one way to understand it other than the true way that's yours. So, yeah, I definitely think as time goes by, I hope to see these two polar opposites kind of come together, which would be, but we'll see.
Oh yeah, dude, I
But
love.
that's why I
talking
love
with y'all.
music, man. Music is like it gives you that real. There's no thinking about it. It's a full feeling experience, and then at least for us, we try to channel through the music so that people can feel this divine thing that then you go home and reckon with whatever label you want to put on it that helps you commune with it. But the music provides the experience. That's the foundation of it all. So I think that's the beauty of it, and that's what I'm concerned about.
Dude,
Concerned with.
I love talking with y'all because like you literally just said my thoughts. Like when I was asking that question, you just covered everything I was trying to say, bro.
We're tapped into the same place.
Surfing the same sine wave.
That's exactly, bro. That's why you were picking up what we were putting down.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
Seriously.
sir.
Did you listen to did I send you the new album or no?
Nah, not yet.
Fuck. I forgot. My bad. I'll send it to you after this.
You're
We
right.
can do a follow-up interview or you ask about it. Or
Hell yeah.
something.
Live review.
Yeah, live. Yeah, you should do a live review, bro.
Yeah. Live reaction.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you should. Low key.
Yeah. I might just be.
Nah, it's kind of heavy, bro. It's. I hope you like it. Honestly, it's a lot different than the return.
Really? Is it more similar to Stairwide?
Yeah, it's half the songs on Stair Wide are on the album.
All
Or
right.
sorry, all the songs on Stair Wide are. So Stair Wide is 7 out of the 16 songs that are on the album.
Really? I thought Stairwide was a whole album, dude.
No, Stair Wide is an EP.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. That's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
I enjoyed a lot of the songs. I didn't get into it as much as The Return, though. I don't know if I'll ever get into
Yeah,
many
it's all right.
things as much as Return.
It's fair, bro. It's up your alley. I understand.
Whenever I discovered that album, it was my sister that sent it to me. I was very focused on music at that time. I was like just examining every single song I was listening to and like trying to figure out. So I feel like that album came at like the perfect time in my life just to like dive into it as much as I did.
Dude, you were having thoughts, man.
Yeah.
You were out there having fucking thoughts. You were posting on IG like with paragraphs of thoughts.
Dude,
You remember that?
Yeah.
It's like, what happened to that, dude?
I still got the thoughts. I just don't post them anymore. Sometimes I type it up on my story and delete it.
Why you're not posting them? Because you're older and you're self-conscious. And I'll tell you this, bro. Don't let the purity die. We all want the purity. Everybody wants the pure version of you. Don't let fear get in the way. And anybody who's fucking telling you, yo, that's lame as fuck, they're a hater. Don't fucking listen to them. It's for the people who enjoy it. And I enjoy it. I enjoy when you pop off. I read the whole thing.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Nah, that means a lot. What you just said, I might switch it up.
Switch it up on them.
Hell yeah.
You want to see the Ragu's doing?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sweet. You flip the script on him real quick. Right. Fucking camera flip on fucking goddamn fuck, dude. Fuck you, dude. Shut up. There it is.
Ooh. Damn. Bro, I can
All right,
smell
ready?
it from here.
Keep this. Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you, man. First ever interview. First of many.
First of many. We'll keep locked in. See you soon. See you in Texas.